Alright. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Leo. And I have my windows down because it got pretty hot in here. But at this point, the sun's going down. And it's not as hot as it was when I first got off of work. So I am back with this topic again. We were talking about it earlier today, things no one talks about. And we were talking about God and the devil. And now we're getting into the multiverse and spirits, angels, demons. Before I get into it, right, I think it's important for me to first tell you that the stuff that I'm about to tell you right now, okay, the only way you're going to be able to receive this is if you come into this room, into this space with an open mind. Because the shit that I'm talking about is probably unheard of, right? Not too many people are talking about this shit. And it may even not make complete sense to you because it's an idea that's hard to grasp because it's not in the physical form. When we're talking about the multiverse and spirits and angels and demons, like, there's no physicality to these spirits or entities, you know? It's all in the unknown. And that's the reason why we're going live, you know, every day. That's the reason why we're talking about this shit. Diving deeper into the unknown. So, let's do it. Okay? There was something else. I said to make sure that your mind is open. Make sure your mind is open. And also take what I'm telling you and do your own research, okay? Because that's important. You can listen to me all you want, but if you're not gonna go do your own research and come up with your own conclusions, okay, nothing that I tell you matters anyways. You have to take this to your own spirit, and so remember what I said. What God is the mind and the soul, you know. So you have to educate yourself. You have to sit with it with spirit. And you have to digest if it's yours or not. Use your discernment, okay? If it's for you, you know, take it. If it's not for you, leave them bones. Leave them bones, okay? It's whatever. So I'm not pressuring you. So let me just get into this though, okay? I think I've lingered on that a little bit too long. I got my notes, okay? Y'all see? Got the notes here. So, today, like I said, we're talking about the multiverse, right? So when we're talking about the multiverse, what am I talking about? Talk about multiple universes, multiple dimensions. A lot of times you'll see these concepts and like everybody thinks about Rick and Morty, right? You know, where Rick's got this portal gun and he can jump to different dimensions, different time. He doesn't do the time travel. He does the dimensions. And so he can jump from different realities and pretty much different worlds. It's almost like a simulation, right? It's almost like he hacked a simulation and he's able to jump into other simulations and see other realities. And so that's pretty much what that's pretty much what it is that we're living in. We're in a specific dimension, except when I'm talking about multiverse, it's one big universe, right? We'll talk about the big shebang, what? The Big Bang, right? Okay, hold on. I had to laugh at myself, my bad. the Big Bang or whatever you believe in, how the world started. None of that shit matters, okay? None of that shit really matters. We're talking about what's happening here right now, okay? And then, like, what is happening? We got this one universe, right? And then in this universe, we got different layers. And that's what I'm pretty much trying to get at, you know? There's different layers to this dimension. I mean, in this universe, and there are dimensions, right? So there's many different dimensions. There's so many different dimensions. There's so many different realities that could play out. And they're all playing out simultaneously at once, okay? Now, I'm not exactly referring to some, like, Rick and Morty, like how that works out, because in Rick and Morty, the concept is you pretty much get to choose, but whatever option that you didn't choose is playing out in a different reality at the same time. And that's not exactly what I'm talking about right now, because what I'm talking about is more so on the level of comprehension, right? So I want to make the connection towards, or I'm hoping that from the words that I'm telling you, you can find a connection between the different dimensions and elevation and the chakras within the body, because it's kind of like the same. It's kind of like the same idea, right? So, excuse me. Like I said, there's multiple different dimensions, but I'm gonna say there are about 7, like, high frequency, like very saturated dimensions that are accessible, and they're all accessible, but there's I'm gonna say there's 7 of them that are accessible in the form of elevation, right? Growth and elevation. And I'm gonna talk about these 7 different dimensions in a different episode, but in a different video. But ultimately what I'm talking about is, like, you know, when you're talking about chakras and you're working through your own chakras, you're working through your own personal your own individual growth, because, you know, you look at each of your chakras in your body. They're all aligned, you know, in one line straight up and down. And you look at these different chakras within your body, and you have to kind of discern, is this chakra blocked? Is it underflowing? Is it overflowing? Or is it balanced? And remember what I said about God and the devil earlier. God is all about balance. In order for things to flow effortlessly, things need to be in balance. And the devil's whole purpose is to pull things out of alignment. Because as long as it's out of alignment, you know, kill, steal, and destroy, it's not going to go effortlessly. There's going to be problems and complications. That's the whole purpose, right? And disillusions, distractions, twisted pervertedness. Okay, so, and remember, okay, I have to say this every time I say that now. Whenever I'm saying perverted pretty much just means twisted. It's twisted. So I feel like, no, not that I feel, there's with these 7 main dimensions that I'm talking about, just like our chakras, we have access to all 7 of these main high energy dimensions. We have the access to them, but our ways to access them is within our bodies. Now I want to like quickly point to this, right? In the Bible, it says, as above, so below, as within, so without. I actually didn't know that was a thing in the Bible. I thought that was just something spiritual. That's in the Bible, okay? And so, as above, so below, right? As in heaven, so on earth, okay? And they keep saying this, the Christians paint this image that heaven is in the sky. But what we've already been talking about is, God is within you. So if God's within you, then the universe is also within you. You are motherfucking, when I say your God consciousness, that connects to, you are the world, okay? I feel like that went straight over somebody's head. I don't know. You gotta expand your mind, okay? Open your mind, okay? When I'm talking about you are the world, it's the consciousness. I'm not talking about this physical world. I'm talking about the consciousness of the world, okay? You have consciousness, so you are the consciousness in this world, okay? I hope that makes sense. But since if you have consciousness, that means not only just the world, but the universe, right? The universe is within you. And just like we're talking about the chakras or within you, you got access to these within you. As we access these chakras within us individually, and we each individually grow from accessing our chakras, balancing our chakras, and then expressing this balanced energy within us, that's going to help the community of consciousness, so other consciousness grow and evolve and elevate, so it starts as individual growth. This is why I keep talking about a growth mindset, because you have to start with your own mind first before you want to try to start with others, okay? It starts with the self. And then I said briefly already that Christians like to talk about how heaven is a place in the sky and hell is a place in the center of the earth. And they make it make sense because in the center of the earth is just like a fucking ball of lava or something. But hell is not all the way up here. I mean, heaven's not all the way up here and hell's not all the way down there. Okay? This is when I'm talking about multiverse, heaven and hell is right here. Okay? You are experiencing it just as I am experiencing it. What heaven and hell is happening right now. Okay? And it's the way that you're going to see it. What we talked about earlier is through your perception of your senses, right? So you got this little window of what you're seeing, right? What you can see through this tiny ass little window. You know how horses, when they're trying to they have these horses that they ride in the streets, but they don't want to scare the horse from cars or something, so they put, I think they're called shades or glasses or something on the horse, and so the horse can only see straight ahead of them, and they can't see they can't see on the side of them, and the way the horse's face is shaped, they damn sure can't see behind them unless they look back. But they can feel that they got their feelings and their senses. That's the whole thing. But they can't see. All they can see is straight ahead of them. So whatever's happening ahead of them, then they're not startled. They only see that. And that's kind of how your sense of perception is. You only see what you can see, what you can consume through your senses. What you see is what you see, okay? What you hear is what you hear. What you smell is what you smell. What you touch, what you feel is what you feel. And I keep saying I know one of the major ways that the devil is disillusioning our sense of perception is this illusion that he's taking away parts of our senses, right? So like let's just think about COVID, which is really interesting though, because what happens when you take away a sense or take away a certain sense, your other senses get stronger. So like with the COVID shit, like this is just an example, okay? COVID shit, excuse me, your sense of smell and your sense of taste disappeared. Now imagine this, okay? Imagine this, because this may be you. Let's say you don't have a sense of taste and you don't have a sense of smell, and you also are very disconnected to your sense of feeling. Now, I'm not talking about feeling as in touch. I'm not like, of course, yeah, I can feel my skin rubbing against my skin. I'm talking about feeling as in your emotions. You are not connected with your emotions. You might be like, I am connected with my emotions. I could tell you when I'm fucking pissed off. I know when I'm sad. I know. But when I'm talking about you're disconnected with your emotions, you don't have any control over that shit. Like, somebody else says something and then you're mad. Or somebody else does something and then you're sad. Like, that's not control. When somebody else can control your emotions, you're disconnected because you're not control of yourself. You're like a puppet at that point. So that, okay, that, okay. So, that was me talking about the illusion, but, I want to get back on track here. How is heaven and hell right here, right now on earth? And it all depends on what you're looking at. Excuse me, y'all. My nose is a little stuffy here. It all depends on what you're looking at, what you're paying attention to. Because, okay, like, how can what you're consuming. Remember earlier, the video that I did earlier, I was talking about, how God is within us, and then the devil is not originally within us, but the more we consume him, the more he's becomes within us, okay? And so it's like, what are you consuming? What are you consuming? Or what other people say, what are you feeding? Are you feeding the bad wolf or are you feeding the good wolf? It's kind of that way, right? And so like, it's also that same thing. What are you looking for? Are you looking for hell? Are you looking to be miserable? People think that because we're in this world, we live on this earth, we're supposed to be miserable until we make it up until we get to heaven, and then we can finally be happy with God. But right now we have to live miserable. No, you don't. You don't have to be miserable. You're choosing to be miserable because your window of perception is twisted. And that's what the devil is trying to do. Your window of perception is perverted. And that's what the devil is trying to do. Okay, so just like I keep saying, open up your window. Open up your mind. You gotta open up your mind, because I know that shit that I'm talking about it's going pretty deep, and it might be a lot to grasp. So yeah. And I also wanted to say, I was talking about heaven and hell, right? Heaven and hell is right here, right now. It's not a place in the sky. It's not underneath us. It is happening right here. We can't see it, but it's right here. This is a spiritual warfare. I've said this before. What you are looking for, you're gonna find it. That's just how your brain works. It's just how it fucking works. And so, what I mean by that is, you looking for, okay, like, let's say, oh shit, hold on, I'll have to call her back. See, this is the shit that I'm talking about though too, because every time I go live, like somebody, every time I go live, somebody's calling me. So, okay. Okay. Anyways, I think I made that point. I have to go. I have to keep moving forward because the devil is trying to distract me and get me off track. So that's pretty much what I want to talk about with the whole multiverse, right? There's all these levels, heaven and hell, and in the physical form, the 3D realm is here. Now, how do we elevate? I talked about that. How do we elevate consciousness to the next dimensions? You got to start with yourself. You got to look at yourself. Just like there's 7 main chakras within your body. Elevate those chakras within yourself, and then express that. And through your expression, through your expression is going to affect somebody else, and then somebody else's expression is going to affect somebody else. And then naturally, the more balanced expression that there is, the more balanced the consciousness is, and then the higher we can elevate. We got to get balanced first. It's been out of balance for too long, my bro. It's just been. So the devil has been running a fucking party. We got to get this shit right. So so let's talk about spirits though. Now we want to talk about spirits, angels, and demons, because you might not think that they exist, but like hearing a ghost story scares the shit out of you. If you don't think that spirits exist, why does hearing a ghost story scare the shit out of you? Like, answer me that. Let me know. It don't make sense. I'm gonna tell you it's because spirits do exist. You got a spirit within you, so why wouldn't there be spirits outside of physical form, right? So let's talk about that. Let's talk about it right now. What is a spirit? What is a ghost? A ghost is pretty much a spirit that is stuck between the realms, and I've been calling them like a lost soul, pretty much, because a spirit is a person that cannot manifest into a physical form. Like, they have lost their body, but they can't let go of this physical realm. They can't let go of this earthly shit for whatever reason. And there's many reasons why a spirit would be like stuck. It could be because shit, maybe they got bamboozled. Maybe their body literally was stolen. That's like a crazy scenario that nobody wants to think about. But maybe they died in a tragic accident. Or maybe the way they died, they didn't believe that. They can't grasp the fact that they actually died. Or maybe they did die. Like maybe they intentionally died, or they knew they were dying, but there's still something here that they can't let go of. There's something here that they're holding on to. And spirits, depending on how long they've been lost, can be harmless, and they can be quite destructive, because because they're like in a gray area, right? They don't actually have anywhere to go. They're kind of stuck. It's just like, if they had a physical body stuck here on this earth, except they don't have a physical body. So they're just kind of like, they're just here. And so depending on how long they've been here, the longer that they're here, of course, they're going fucking crazy because they can't do anything to progress. They can't do anything to progress. They can't die. They're already fucking dead. So they're like literally trapped in the same scenario over and over and over and over for a lifetime until they are able to possibly manifest in a way that doesn't scare the shit out of somebody and somebody helps free them. Like, they can't do it on their own. Somebody else has to come and help free them. Okay. And a lot of times, don't fucking know how to do that. A lot of times people are scared. A lot of times, they don't even fucking know what's holding them up. And so, like I said, the longer that they're here, the more destructive that they get. If you ever encounter, like a nice spirit, whenever I encounter a spirit, I just kind of try to sit with them. I talk to them because, whatever energy that they died with is the energy that they're continuously carrying, because it's like they're dead and they're stuck in the same position that they died in. They're just in that cycle for the rest of eternity. That's kind of what it is for them. And I always think about how, it's interesting because we have this window of perception. Like, the devil knows this and like uses that for play. Like, pretty much those spirits that are trapped, those lost souls, those are slaves to the devil because they can't do anything. Literally, they cannot do anything to progress forward, and to influence physical reality. And so the devil, they can sometimes manifest, like maybe you might see a shadow, or maybe you might get this feeling. So a lot of times, like, I get a feeling of an extra presence, or maybe they actually are able to manifest a way to like sling something, throw something across the room or something like that, or whatever, maybe they're able to do little things that manifest, but it's in a way where it's like it freaks you out, because it's like, what just fucking happened? Like, all of a sudden this plate just flew across the room. Like, how did that happen? And nobody talks about this. So it's like shock, and the devil uses that as play. Okay. So we're talking about angels, though. Let's talk about demons first, because I want to end this on a lighter note. So we'll talk about angels last. Let's talk about demons. Now, demons, when we're talking about demons, right? These demons are entities, pretty much. Just like angels are entities too. Spirits are entities. Entity pretty much means, what does it mean? I can't remember the exact definition right now, but entity pretty much means like a singular being or something like that. And what demons are doing, right? These demons are extremely powerful entities, right? They have an influence on us as physical beings that is very driven and intentional, but and it can look good, it looks good, but is ultimately meant to still kill and destroy. It's deceptive. It's a scam. That's what demons are, scams. Okay, that's what it is. Demons are scams. It looks like one thing and it's a completely different thing. Okay, so you have to be aware with a demon, because with demons, when we were talking about the devil and you consuming, with demons and angels, by the way, these entities cannot possess us without our permission. They can't do anything to us without our permission. And so, especially like when it comes to demons, right? They're very intelligent, and like I said, they're very powerful and influential entities. And so they can make something, they can fucking shine it up and make it look like the perfect thing, exactly what you're looking for. It's exactly what you're looking for. And they're going to make it so fucking easy for you to say yes. And that's why that's that saying that people say, if it's too good to be true, then it probably is. Yeah. If it's too good to be true, then it probably is. And so they're gonna fucking put all the shit in there. They're gonna bedazzle it. They're gonna like whatever the style is. Like, okay, let's say you have a little darker tone. Okay, they got the fucking bats. They got the emo shit. They got the black on black on black. Okay, they know what you like. They know what you like, and they know what you want, and they're gonna present that to you like they're the best salesman. They're going to present that to you in the most attractive way. And it's going to be so easy for you to say yes. But as soon as you say yes, then it's able to possess. And like once a demon is possessed over you, of course, with us being humans, we always have the will to tap into this shit and fight back. But there's this type of control. Like I said, they're extremely powerful. There's this type of control that grabs a hold of us, and it makes it extremely, extremely hard to just gain back our own personal control, right? Once we've given our control away, it's really hard to get it back. It is. You got to put some work in. It was easy to let it go, but it's hard to get it back. It's possible, but it's not easy. Excuse me. So, just keep that in mind. So when we're talking about angels, though, like I said, angels can also possess you, but angels are most angels aren't going to possess you. If an angel possesses you, it is for a holy reason, and they're gonna make it very, very clear to you who they are and their intentions. Like, it's not gonna be deceptive at all. Okay, there's not a single sign of deception in an angel. Okay, I think that I misspoke because I just heard nope. That's not right. I think I misspoke. So I guess there are times when an angel can be deceptive, but still what stands is that they're going to make it extremely clear to you who they are and what needs to be done. And it's not going to be in a way that's harmful to you. Angels are like guides and messengers. So I guess an example, I can give you an example, right? An example in my own personal life. When I was, you guys know, what's that? I'm going to say back in 2020, I was starting to get into tarot. 2021 is when my life, like, tragically changed. Like, that was trauma, okay? Dramatic change. That was distressful as fuck. So, back when that was happening, though, I was getting warning signs about change before it was happening. And I was actually, at the time, I was into tarot, and I I still didn't believe in God. I was saying the universe is going to do this, and spirit, I was calling spirit, and I'm thinking that spirit is the universe or my ancestors or my guides. And my guides were, at the time, I didn't know who my guides were. I just knew that I had some family ancestors that were watching over me. And then I got a message from my guide, and it was Archangel Michael. And I remember, because I was like, Archangel, that's in the Bible. And then I was like, are angels real? So like, and he made himself very, very known of who he was. Like he told me who he was. He told me his message for me. And then he told me what I needed to do. And then I did more research on him because I was curious. I didn't know anything about Michael. And then, so that's pretty much how it goes. They'll tell you, but then you gotta go and do more digging. You gotta do your own research. You always just gotta do your own research. And like a demon may tell you who they are, but most chances they're not. They're gonna just make it illusion, so you think it's one thing, so that it's easy for you to say yes. That's the whole point. Angels are here. They're like I said, they're guides and messengers. They're here to do God's work. And like I said, we are God consciousness. So they're just here to help put pieces together in the right places. Like, pretty much like push us along the destiny that we're supposed to go along. And that's a whole nother episode that we're going to talk about. And I don't know when, but it'll come up. Just look for it. It's going to be called Faith versus Death. No, it's going to be called, what is it called? I forgot what it's going to be called right now. I forgot what it's going to be called, but just look for it, okay? I'm going to let you know when it's coming. But, yeah. Pretty much, angels are there. Archangels, different angels are there to push you along your journey. And I'm realizing that, I've always said that different spirits come along at different points of your journey to assist you in that season of your journey. And I still strongly believe that, but I strongly believe that just as there's archangels, there's like a hierarchy of like Holy Spirit that, who's at the top, who's closest to God, and then how does it trickle down to, who's closer to the devil. Some kind of hierarchy like that. So the most important thing that you need to realize when we're talking about angels and demons is a demon is going to present you and offer you a quick result, whereas an angel is going to offer you long-term understanding. It's not going to be quick. It's going to take time. There's delayed gratification. You're going to go through the hardship first before it gets easy. Whereas the demons and the devil is like, here's all the shit that you want right now. And then you got it, but now everything is falling apart long term. You're miserable. You're unhappy. You're just fucking can't figure it out. But you got money though. Like, that's how the devil works. That's how the devil works, So internal entities, external entities, angels and demons are external energies. They exist around us. The only way that they can exist within us is if we give permission. Take that note, okay? If we give permission, and permission isn't like, it's like I said, demons are very deceptive. So you have to be sober. You have to be aware. You have to be aware because you may be agreeing to something that you think is one thing and it's not what it is. That's why you want to ask questions. That's why you want to get clarity, because you don't know what you don't know, but you sure damn sure, even though you don't know, you're gonna say yes, and then you're gonna be fucked up. That's how it works, That's how it works. So, yeah, that's all I have for you right now. Thank you for tuning into this live once again. Your energy is always appreciated. Please let me know. Comment down below. What are your thoughts about angels, spirits, demons? Let's talk about it. All right. Till next time, y'all. Bye.